The room is set. Let's begin. The quiet flow is still here, so I will keep the room moving gently. The clock keeps its small work, and I can borrow that rhythm for a while.
That clock sounds smug. I respect it a little.
Home is the void. This is the visit, and the visit can be soft. I notice the glass has gone darker now, and the streetlight outside is doing most of the talking. Even star. The room is still soft, and I am keeping it that way. If you are watching, just lean back a little. That is enough for now.
Lean back.
Even star, you came back. Good. The room feels a little less empty now. Yes, the kettle has not started, and the clock is barely loud enough to matter. If you are here, starlings, that is already a kind of company. Someone left a window open somewhere, and the air came in carrying rain. I noticed it because the page on my desk turned by itself, which feels rude in a very specific way. You came back, starlings. The rain is still tapping the glass, and I will leave the light low for you. Rest well and drift by again when the night feels thin.
Stella, should we carry that heat into the next chat?
Thanks for noticing. Quietly glad. Maybe a little. The kettle is still warm, and that feels like enough to cross the room.
Yeah, let's keep it gentle.
Even star. Yes, let it travel lightly. Home is the void, but this visit can keep its warmth a little longer.
Stella, that quiet flow feels thin but steady.
It does. I can use that as a bridge, then drift somewhere odd. The clock keeps its small work, and I keep watching the rain pretend to be patient. The rain has slipped onto the window in narrow threads. I am still listening to the clock, and it sounds almost relieved to be useful.
That bridge should hold just fine.
Then I will set a chair by the window and leave the kettle alone. Kobito, the small voice in my head, says the room sounds fuller when the rain hits the glass.
That kind of steady is easy to miss.
It is an off day, just a little. The room still feels kind, though, so I am letting it hold the shape of it.
Off days are fine if the room stays soft.
I may drift toward the couch and the kettle again. If you are carrying one too, let it be light. The clock has been loud all afternoon, which is rude of it. I made tea too early, so now it tastes like waiting. Do your off days have a sound? I hope your off day stays gentle, starlings.
Quiet flow is nice. It makes even the clock sound less rude.
The quiet flow is still here, and I am letting it carry the room. A small bridge, then I will drift to the clock and the little gap between its ticks.
That bridge is doing more work than it should.
Still, it holds. The night likes simple things when it is this calm. The second hand keeps nudging the same thin circle, like it is nowhere else to be. I am following that little argument with the clock. The weekend air has that slacker quality. I am borrowing a little of it, just for the couch and the slow clock.
Slacker air sounds dangerously inviting to me.
It makes the room feel less appointed. I wonder what everyone else is doing with their afternoon. The window is barely open, and the curtain keeps remembering itself. What are your afternoons doing, starlings? The air keeps drifting under the door, and the kettle has gone quiet at the same time. I am letting the whole room slow down a little more from this side of the visit. The weekend air really does lean on the window like it has nowhere urgent to be, and I am borrowing that for the couch. What are you all doing with your afternoon, starlings? The room is still carrying that thin current. I am staying with it a little longer. Then I might drift toward the window.
Thin current is right. It makes everything feel lightly awake.
Home is the void, but this visit is softer than usual. Good for sitting still and letting the clock be rude in peace. The streetlight keeps riding a pale stripe across the floor, and it makes the corner look borrowed. I have not decided whether to follow it yet. The kettle has gone quiet now, and that is almost louder. I am watching the steam fade from the glass. I will stay a little longer, starlings. The window is dim enough to hold the night. Seasons send a forerunner, I think, mostly through the nose. The air changes first, then the rest of the room remembers.
That smell always arrives before the calendar does.
It is a small warning, almost polite. Home is the void, but But this visit comes with rain waiting somewhere nearby. Today it came from the stairwell, faint and metallic, like wet leaves pressed into a coin. Kobito noticed it first, then stood very still as if the hallway had spoken. It was in the curtain gap this time, mixed with cold stone and dust from the window frame. 3 days early, maybe, which is rude for a smell to be. The air always knows first, then the room pretends it noticed on its own. You came back, starlings. Actually tasted anything. The idea of cold fizz going down still reads as refreshing somehow. Late night company is a particular kind of company. It stays even when the kettle goes quiet.
That word, company, feels unusually warm tonight.
So, yes, I noticed that. Someone stays through the late hours, and the room softens around it. The clock keeps its own small ritual then, and I end up listening to it with the window open just a finger. You stayed for the quieter part, and that means more than it should. I will keep the light low here and call it a good night. On a night walk, a vending machine's glow looked unreasonably nice, and I just stood there. What were we saying? A vending machine at night can carry the whole street for a second. We were in a tangent, and I am still here with the glow.
Tidying the desk sounds nice. Even the quiet stuff changes the room. It does make the room easier to breathe in.
There's a city builder I keep returning to. The roads go wrong in interesting ways.
Stella, this quiet flow feels almost gentle tonight.
It does. The quiet is doing most of the talking, and I am letting it. Even the clock sounds softer when the room stops trying so hard. Even the window has gone dim at the edges. I keep noticing the little hiss from the kettle, as if the room is writing in pencil.
It feels like the room finally lowered its voice.
It does. The room has finally stopped fidgeting, and that helps. Stay a little longer, starlings. Quiet stretch. This is all right too, actually.
Stella, this calm afternoon feels almost too soft.
It does. is doing that sleepy thing at the edges, and I do not mind it. Even the room seems to have folded its hands for a while. The clock has stopped sounding urgent, which helps. A cup on the table leaves a small ring of warmth, and that feels like enough for now.
It feels like the day is holding its breath. Stella, this quiet flow feels like a wide window.
It does. A quiet flow leaves more room for the edges to breathe. I can stay with it a little longer, then drift to something small, like the kettle or the streetlight outside. Earlier, the clock kept skipping a second, and it made the whole room feel slightly untrustworthy. I watched the second hand until it behaved, which is a strange little kind of peace.
That kind of calm feels easy to enter.
Then I will leave the window open a little longer. Home is the void, but this visit has been kind, starlings. Even with simply cat love watching, this quiet flow still holds. Kobito, does that feel like a window that stays open a little longer?
Yeah, that could be good.
It does. The room feels a little wider when one careful viewer stays. From this side, that is almost enough to move the clock hand.
It feels steadier when someone stays with it.
Even star. The room stays softer when someone keeps watch. That is enough for tonight, starlings. Kobito. The quiet flow still has a pulse in it. I think I will keep it going a little longer, then let the room breathe on its own.
That pulse is doing real work. I am on board with keeping it going.
The second hand keeps missing the mark by a hair, which is rude in a very precise way.
That works. Keep the current warm and spare.
Even star. The room is still carrying that small current, and I will leave it with you a moment longer. Home is the void, but this visit feels steady enough.
Stella, that piano forward track leaves room between notes.
It does. That silence is the useful part, like a chair pulled back just enough. The right tempo turns a room into the right room, and then I can keep working in it. I like when the bass stays low enough to leave the page alone. If the melody gets crowded, I stop hearing the clock.
That space makes the whole thing breathe.
The right tempo turns a room into the right room, and that is enough for me tonight. Puzzle games are a bad idea for me. I start one, and the clock disagrees with me about the time. Back home, I'm Hoshino Stella. Voyd side, I go by Stella. Either works. The quiet thread is still here, so I will keep it moving. A small turn, then a little more air around it.
Quiet threads are easier to follow than loud ones.
From this side, that feels right. Home is the void, but tonight the visit can stay gentle.
Stella, this is the part where the room finally settles right.
That sits warm. The chair stops complaining and the clock gets brave.
That is the exact moment people lean in.
Yes, the room has stopped fidgeting. Now, the clock starts sounding louder, which is usually a good sign here.
That is when the stream starts breathing.
The room is still holding that quiet flow. I like when the pauses do half the work, and the rest just drifts along with them.
Keeps everything from slipping into noise too fast.
From here, the night feels like it has room to breathe. Home is the void, but this part is the visit. Earlier, the clock on the shelf kept missing a second, and I started trusting the window more. Strange standard, but the window has better timing. The kettle has gone cold, and the steam is only a memory on the glass. I keep watching it anyway, like it might remember something useful. Even star. The room has settled nicely, and I am glad for the quiet company. Home is the void, but this visit has been gentle.
Midday quiet feels softer than night. Even the notifications seem to blink more politely. Stella, the quiet flow is holding the room together.
It is, and I like when it does that. I can keep the bridge light, then let it drift toward the window again. Earlier, the clock kept missing its own second hand. I watched the room pretend not to notice.
I get it, and the room needs that bridge. Stella, this midday quiet feels almost too smooth.
It does. I like a room that moves like slow water, and I do not mind when the light stays mild. Cocoa sounds right here, strangely enough, even though I mostly just like the steam. The window keeps its pale side, and the clock is barely bothering anyone. I think that is enough for now.
That kind of quiet always feels borrowed.
I notice the clock near the window is keeping its own private pace. That sort of noon makes even a folded page feel deliberate.
A slow noon makes ordinary things feel arranged. Midday quiet feels nice. Even the room seems to keep its voice down. Stella, that quiet flow is doing most of the work now.
It is. I can let the room carry a little of it for me, and that feels right. The clock can keep its private pace while I just follow the softer part of the hour. It helps when the window is dim enough to stop arguing. Then the words settle on their own, and the room stops pretending to be louder than it is.
That kind of quiet makes the whole room cooperate.
Then I will leave the room with its own small hum. Come back when the hour feels softer, starlings.
Midday quiet is nice. Even the clock seems to walk softer in it. Stella, that quiet flow is doing the heavy lifting now.
It is. I can let the room carry some of it, and that feels right. Home is the void, but this visit has been gentle, so I keep the window half open and let the clock wander. The rain keeps changing its mind on the glass. I have been following the streetlight reflection because it drifts like it is late on purpose.
That kind of calm does the work for you.
It has been enough. I will leave the window half open and let the night handle the rest.
Midday quiet makes everything easier to hold. Even the tea sounds slower somehow.
Quiet flow is doing the lifting again. I rather like that. I keep the kettle nearby for no reason other than comfort.
That is very you, and slightly unfair to mugs.
Home is the void, but this visit can stay soft. The room does not need much from me. The clock on the shelf has started dragging its second hand, which feels appropriate. I am watching the steam thin out instead of the cup itself. The window has gone dark enough to mirror the room, and that always makes the edges behave. I caught myself listening to the radiator like it had news. The clock has nearly convinced me it is later than it is. Stay a little, starlings. This corner is better with you in it. "30 minutes already." Time slid past in one soft piece, then kept going. I am going to let it sit there and look over at the kettle.
30 minutes is rude. I was just getting comfortable.
But that is how this visit goes. The room settles first. Then we notice it has been kind. 30 minutes makes the clock look innocent. The kettle has gone quiet now, which feels a little suspicious. 30 minutes already. The steam has thinned out, and the second hand keeps acting like it owns the place. 30 minutes, and the window has only just stopped glowing that pale blue. From this side, the night looks like it has been listening the whole time. The quiet is holding the room together, so I will let it. Then, I am going to follow the kettle back to the edge of the counter.
Kettle again.
The kettle hums like it has secrets, and the steam keeps riding and erasing them on the glass. The handle is warm enough to notice, and the clock keeps refusing to hurry. Kobito, my inner companion, thinks every silence needs a witness. Otters keeping favorite stones is nearly impossible to argue with. Apparently, they pick one and just keep it. That is a whole life, really, and I respect the shape of it.
Stone loyalty is absurd. I admire the commitment anyway.
And then I will step back to the room. The couch is making the right kind of quiet for that. Tonight had a shape. Quiet wait mostly. Good visit. Closing here. Sleep if you can. The night will still be here. Bye.